Alright, so here is the DX Shogoken VF-31AX Kairos Plus. This is the green one, number 6, which is a Tamashi web exclusive, hence the brown shipper box. Bought it through a proxy, more on that later. So yeah, let's open this box. Alright, so inside that brown shipper box is another box that we got to open. But before we do that, let's just take a look at this. It's pretty nice. It's amazing how the box seems pretty small compared to other Macross products, particularly from Yamato. So yeah, I mean, on that note, let's see how much bigger the old Yamato boxes are, and they even have an opening flap here. Anyways, let's put that aside. So we have a nice manual here. Yeah, probably gonna do that later on. Then we have our stand, which is the same as the one from the VF-1J armored Valkyrie that I got previously, obviously with its own adapters. Oh, and there's a gun in here as well. So we have this box in here that has the pilot, a couple of knives, bunch of hams, and then finally this guy. Oh yeah, man, that looks awesome. It's a little bit loose, but yeah, I think I need to like fully transform and peg everything together, and so I'm gonna do that, and let's take a closer look. So here it is, and it looks damn good. Yeah, it's very sharp. I poke myself like here, and the corners are very sharp as well. These bits here are very sharp, and the wings, especially in the back here, is like everything here is sharp. So you really have to be careful handling this, and fragile as well. Like this is very thin and fragile, so, and it doesn't bend. And I don't think, yeah, I didn't see a spare one. Actually, let's look at the manual because it shows a lot of warnings. So here, for example, warning, delicate, right? Also here, may rub off. So, you know, the paint and stuff, we have to be careful when transforming it. Same thing here when you're exposing the missiles. Over here, may rub off. Yeah, so something to be aware of when handling this guy here. So let's take a close look at it. So that's the canopy there. It's very tight. Yeah, we pull it up and then it can open like that. So that's the cockpit right there. Yeah, I like this red bits up front. You know what? Let's put the pilot inside. So here's the pilot. Very small, 1/60 scale. Let's put him inside. Alright, so here he is. Yeah, and then you can close it. Oh, so unlike VF-1J, it doesn't flop around, which is good. But yeah, let's look at the jet in detail. Yeah. that nose is just really sharp. To be careful with that. Thing is kind of flipped up. Oh, look at this translucent blue there. That's really nice. And then the details in here. Yeah, underneath as well. I like this swoosh here. Yeah. And the wings. Out of the three, I prefer the crest design here. That's really nice. Here. Yeah, I think we can pull this out. I don't know if that's proper, but then it's articulated. But yeah, this thing moves up a little bit. Like again, maybe for transformation. This was well. So let's flip the. I don't have any nails. So that's the landing gear. It's all die cast. Is that rubber or plastic? Anyways, it's nice. It's pretty detailed. And then for the rear, it's actually on the kneecap. Alright, finally fully deployed here. So what you have to do is you fold it like so, and then pull it out, and then fold it all the way out. And then once you've done that, you have to rotate or spin the tires so it's oriented this way. And yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's doable if you have nails or a spudger or something. Anyways, let's put that down for now. And it rolls, kind of. Feels like it's dragging, but yeah, you know, it's not spinning. Anyways, let's take a look at the gun here. It's pretty big actually, and you can get even longer by extending it like so. But yeah, it's nice detail. It's heavier than I expected. It's like it's not completely hollow, and we can attach it. All right, so there was a few things I had to do. I had to like unpeg the legs, fold this out, flip that out, and then flip that down. So in the instruction, you have to like unfold the legs, and then fold that out, flip the connector down, and you should see that bit. And now you can attach it again. So it's in there pretty good. Yeah, so it's well concealed. The gun is in there pretty well. I just have to emphasize this thing is really hard to handle because of all the sharp edges and the fragile bits, and there's not much to hold this thing here. So be careful, guys, if you have this figure. Yeah, so it looks pretty good inside there. The other thing we could do is slide out this missile pod here, so you can open it this way, or the other way too is to just slide it forward. Yeah, you just have to be careful. You have to lift it well above, and then you can push it forward. Yeah, so you have those two options to deploy the missiles, which is pretty nice. Oh, the thing that we forgot to do is to open the intakes here Huh. Not so much details actually. And is this extend? So let's put him in on a stand, and to do that, put in this configuration and use this adapters, which comes in 2 pieces. So you put that there. To use the stand, you have to retract the landing gears, which I already did, and then this thing just basically hooks into there and rests on one of these. I guess I don't know what it's called, but so here it is on the stand, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And with a little bit of elevation, you can see a little bit more details, especially underneath. But yeah. Well, let's do some size comparison here. I have VF-31A by Yamato. I also have the VF-1J from Bandai, but it's fully armored up. I don't want to undo that right now. Anyway, so yeah, so size-wise, they're about the same size. But VF-31AX is a little bit longer, especially in the rear. There's protrusion at the back there, and obviously way more detail compared to these old Yamatos. But this is much more expensive compared to these guys, and they have, you know, missile pods, which these do not. So, but it didn't come with a stand, so pros and cons. And yeah, this is like what, 15 years old or something like that. Anyways, yeah, and they look good pretty together. So before I transform into girl walk mode, take a look at him with the weapons deploy. It's pretty impressive how all this collapses and falls into the fighter, and with the gun pod hanging below, just like any a Valkyrie. And you don't even have to detach the gun to do it. So yeah, and obviously the missile pod in the back there. So, you know, even without super packs or whatever, it still looks pretty impressive. And yeah, so anyways, let's look at Girl mode. So here is the VF-31AX in Girl mode. And let me tell you, to transform this guy is pretty scary. You gotta watch out for so many things, not to break anything, not to rub any paint or anything like that. It just, anyways. But it looks good. It's totally worth it. You can flip this out as a weapon. So, and yeah, obviously that stuff on top. Oh, and he can still use the missile bay on his leg. He can still open this, obviously, like that. And yeah, the back part is not the prettiest, but you can see how wide of an A stance it can do. The legs are so articulated, it's crazy. And yeah, let's take a look up close. Take a look at those legs. The detail, that's all like die cast in there. Yeah, the arms transform in a very interesting manner. But yeah. You know what, I think I'm gonna display him in girl walk mode. You know what, I'm gonna say it. I think this is the best girl walk mode I've seen. At least in terms of what I have. I have the VF-01 Wife 19, 21, or is it 22? And then the 29 is coming soon, but I think this is, in terms of girl walk mode, is the best. And yeah, I could hide the knives in here. Inside here, there's a compartment where you could put the knives, but I haven't even opened the knives baggie yet, so I'm probably just gonna leave it in the baggie. You can't even see it, so I see no point to it. But yeah, so here's the girl walk mode, and let's go transform him into Patrol mode. Alright, so here it is in Patrol mode. Yeah, again, transformation is a little bit hairy. Instructions are not entirely clear in certain areas, but if you look at VF-31J transformation videos online, it's pretty much the same thing. So use those as reference. But yeah, he looks pretty awesome. I mean, you know what? Let's go up close. Yeah, so that head reminds me of my VF-1A actually, with a mono eye. But yeah, I still love how this thing looks, and all the details, the colors, all over the place. Just move up a little bit. Yeah. And then obviously the legs. The feet are huge, but it gives them good balance. And yes, just like in girl walk mode, you can use those as weapons. You can fold it back if you want. One thing I'm not too keen of is how much the backpack slants out toward the back like that. No, I still much prefer how the VF-1A is just very flat vertically, but yeah, I guess that's the design. Yeah, obviously he can still have his weapon up like that over his head, just like this. Yeah. And yeah, so cool. Let's go check out his articulation. Oh man, do I really want to do this? Yeah, so you can swing his arm like this, and there's a rotation on the bicep there. This thing kind of gets in the way, but you can fold it out to bend the elbow. It's double jointed, but again, that thing gets in the way unless you go the other way. But yeah, anyways, so the arm can swing above there, but that's, I guess, for the transformation, but you can use it if you want. And the hands are in a ball joint, and you can pop it off to replace the hands with some of the fixed pose ones, but these ones have a ball joint at the thumb, and then does it? Oh, actually no, that's fixed. And the index finger is separate from the other three, but it's always pointing. The rest of the finger has a bend like that, so you can close it and grasp the I guess the gun there. The leg is just like in girl walk mode. You can use this, but that's for the girl walk. You can extend the leg sideways, so you can better articulation. That's nice ratchets like that. Obviously, like I said, you can use the girl walk joint there, and then for the knee, you can extend it, but that's kind of odd, so you just extend it once, and yeah, you can bend 90 degree. There's a rotation just above the knee, this, There's also a rotation here, closer to the waist, and then for the feet, there's some. Is that a ball joint? But yeah, there's some slight movement side to side. You can kind of push it up. I'm not gonna force it though, and then you can do that to the back there, but I can't really stand up like that. So there's some limited articulation on the feet. Not optimal, but good enough for your basic poses. The bigger issue here is the backpack. In terms of weight, and if you have a super, I don't know what it's called, like super parts, then yeah, it's even going to be worse. But yeah. Anyways, aside from that, it looks damn good. His legs are pretty long though. I gotta admit. But yeah. Alright, so let's do a size comparison here with my armored VF-1J. So obviously he's much bulkier. He's a little bit taller at the head too. And is it because the legs are slightly extended? You know what? Let's remove his armor. I like how, wait, what is this? I like how it looks pretty clean. And yeah, so, okay, now he's a little bit shorter. So yeah, I guess with the armor, I think I had the legs fully extended without noticing it. But yeah, anyways. So that's how they look together. It looks pretty awesome, gotta admit. This guy is all like blinged out. You can tell the design is much newer and more advanced. But at the same time, VF-1J or just the VF-1 in general is just so much sleeker. And look at the back, whereas this thing sticks out. But yeah, alright, so let's bring Starscream here for the Transformers fan. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter. So this particular one is MP3. Yeah. So it's quite old as well. And the interesting thing about this guy is that this particular toy is designed by Kawamori, who obviously designed, the original concept creator of Macross. Yeah, so definitely bigger, definitely more expensive. Actually, newer masterpieces are quite expensive too. I mean, this thing was from Walmart, cost $70 US. So, it's nothing like that anymore. Alright, so speaking of cost, this is about 25,000 yen, including Japanese tax and shipping to a Japanese address. Well, it is a Tamashi web exclusive, so you have to have a Japanese address. In my case, I had to use a proxy, so you add that to the cost, which is about $5 to $10 Canadian. And then shipping from Japan to my address in Canada is around $78. Then paying for taxes and duties. So you basically add $100 Canadian to the price of 25,000 yen, which is roughly $250 Canadian. So all in all is roughly $350. So is it worth it? It's hard to say. I mean, if you have the money, why not? It looks awesome. For me, I like the color scheme, all the details. There's actually three of them: the blue and the red one, and this one. And I like this one mostly for the crest and the fairly unique color scheme of being green and yeah, being a web exclusive from Tamashii doesn't hurt either for being, you know, so exclusive. So maybe the value go up, but you know, actually that doesn't really matter to me. I haven't resold anything, so. Anyways, I really love this figure, and I'm probably going to display it in Garwalk mode, like I was saying earlier. It's really nice, and yeah, you know what? When I got this, I also got SV-51 Nora type from Yamato, or I mean by Yamato, in the same package. Actually, the package was huge, so shipping was expensive. Anyways, so I'll unbox and review that, and probably other macro stuff as well. So come back for that. And anyways, thanks for sticking around and watching this review. Hope to see you soon. Bye now.